are a lot of components to your well-being. There are a lot of different aspects to it, and they're all interrelated. So, I think we all can think about a time when work was so stressful that, maybe you lost sleep, or maybe you were skipping meals, or maybe, it affected your health in some way, or, maybe you even lose a job and that impacts your financial well-being. There's a lot of ways in which work can impact our well-being, and all of those other aspects of our well-being impact work as well. So there's just this kind of blending of all these different inputs to our well-being, and I guess the idea is just that we can't really compartmentalize work as well as we might think. A lot of the things that happen at work bleed into our home lives, and our home lives can affect our work. There's this bi-directional relationship between work and mental health. And we, especially now during a lot of us are working from home during the pandemic, right? A lot of us are continuing to work remotely. And so we've just seen this kind of blurring of lines. And so it's no surprise, of course, that there's this this blurriness and this bi-directional relationship where work, can really impact mental health. And in the survey that we ran, we did ask people what contributed most to their stress overall. And what they did say, the biggest by far across every demographic group, across the entire, the biggest driver by far was just too much work. So, I'm not saying necessarily that's the main driver of mental health impacts from work, but it does play a role. And so, we see that there are a lot of ways in which the workplace can really harm mental health. But I also wanted to point out that the workplace can be a really big help for people who are struggling with mental health, whether it's a mental illness that they're struggling with, or whether it's just these feelings of anxiety that are kind of persistent or getting worse over time. And generally the way that the workplace helps is through an employee assistance program, or the fact that, at least in the United States, the insurance companies can provide people with options for therapy. It can maybe be the only way that you can afford therapy or the medications that you need, right? So those are the baseline basic ways that people or that the workplace can help people with mental health concerns. But I think what I want to emphasize is just that we need to do more to help. We need to really lean away from harm, of course, but really lean into the help.